I really enjoy coming up with craft ideas where you don't have to buy anything new. My fiance has a cat named Poppy, and we thought she could use some more toys. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make fish-shaped crinkle cat toys with all reused materials. I hope you enjoy. On the table is everything you need to make a cat crinkle toy. You'll want the stencils or outlines of fish. I just used an online fish shape to trace onto paper to use. You'll need one larger one for the outside fabric of the fish, and then you'll also want one smaller fish for the crinkle plastic part to cut out of. Then you'll also want some fabric scraps. There's a thrift store near where I live that actually has fabric scraps. They just have a big bin of them that you can pick out of, and you can fill a whole bin for just a couple dollars of fabric, so that's what I did. And then you also might want interfacing. It's this stiffer fabric that gives more structure and sturdiness. They actually happened to have some interfacing at the thrift store as well, so that's where I got that from. And then of course you'll want your crinkle material. So for this I used a tortilla chip bag and also a plastic bag from some packaging. It had a really nice crinkle sound that I liked, so I wanted to use that. And then you'll also want scissors and a pen. So first you'll want to use the large fish shape to cut fish shapes out of the fabric and interfacing. You can use different colors for the different sides of the fish. I had fun making one that was a pink color on one side and a green color on another side. And then I made another fish that was an all blue on both sides. Then you use the smaller fish stencil to cut fish shapes out of the crinkle material. Next, you will layer the fabric and crinkle material in the order that you will sew it together in. You have to give a little bit of thought to it because you will end up turning the fish inside out after you sew it. So you want the part that you want on the outside of the fish to actually be facing the inside when you layer it, because you'll end up turning it inside out. So first I put the interfacing layer down on the table, and then I placed the first layer of fabric with the side that I want showing facing up. Then I placed the second layer of fabric with the side that I wanted to end up on the outside facing down. Then I sewed around the edge. I used pins to hold the layers together. Side note, I actually got thread from an embroidery kit from a thrift store. So it was fun for me to try to see how many of the items for this project I could find from the thrift store and not have to buy new. So all together, the materials for this project only cost a couple dollars. After you're done sewing around the edge, you will turn the fish inside out. I think there's a tool that can be helpful for this, but I forget what it's called and I also don't own it. And so I just kind of took a bit to do it with my fingers, and I used a pen to try to help a little bit at parts. But part of the point of this video was to show that you don't need a lot to make these crinkle toys. I also used a pen to pop out the edges a bit after I turned it inside out to give it more of the full fish shape. Then you stuff the crinkle material inside by folding it a bit and stuffing it inside the fish. And then you just have to sew along the bottom edge. I also had some stuffing, so experimented with putting a little bit of stuffing in the toy, so you could do that if you wanted to give some more bulk to the fish, and then sew the end shut. And that is how you make a crinkle cat toy. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you try it out yourself. Thanks for watching my whole video, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to make fish-shaped crinkle cat toys. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.